Good morning and welcome. Thank you, Anthony, for the introduction. I did send him my resume and wanted an expanded introduction, but he just said ADI Program Manager. Thank you, Paul, for a fantastic presentation, and I guess that was the perfect lead-in to the Accelerated Discovery Initiative. So the ADI was announced in 2019 by government, providing 10 million co-funding to support the exploration sector, and it's currently funded to 21-22 financial year. The ADI provides a major contribution to achieving the South Australia Growth Agenda target, which was what Paul had just previously mentioned, 300 million in exploration by 2025 and 13 billion in exports by 2030. Through exploration investment and discovery of new mineral resources that will lead to further project development. All the major jurisdictions in Australia offer a similar funding program. However, the difference is the ADI is the most diverse of its kind. Traditional government-funded mineral exploration has focused on drill targets. The expanded scope of the ADI offers broader environmental and social benefits, as well as driving the opportunity that new technologies and innovation provide to explorers and exploration. So the ADI offers co-funding in the following categories: exploration drilling, single and multiple drilling programs, geophysical program to test new concepts, proof of concepts that encourages new thinking and innovation in the exploration sector, research collaboration or technology development that will benefit mineral exploration and accelerate discovery, frontier extreme environmental logistical support, Aboriginal employment during exploration activities, and groundwater testing by targeting remote water sources and boosting job opportunities. So this is the interesting part. So round one, successful applicants were announced in June 2020, with 3 million awarded to 14 projects. The map on the screen lists the successful applicants, the location of each project, and the type of activity funded, with the majority of projects located in the Gawler-Creighton and Curnamona area. The successful applicants are bringing new collaboration, techniques and concepts in exploration activities, which is important to being able to unlock the state's significant resources and accelerate discovery. So successful applicants for round two was announced in May this year, with 4.5 million awarded to 22 projects. As with the previous slide, the map here shows the successful applicants, the location of each project, and the type of activities funded. You can see from the map that a majority of the successful projects are located within the Gawler-Creighton, with other projects located in the Curnamona area, Adelaidean Rocks, and the southeast of the state. The facts that for round one and round two, we had a diverse range of projects approved with different activities, validated the intent of the ADI to cover these diverse co-funding categories. So this slide shows the breakdown of the funded projects for round one and round two. As you can see, there's a large proportion of approved projects which include exploration and geophysical programs. However, the industry also recognises the role of new technology and innovation to contribute to exploration and geoscience and mineral discovery. It also recognises the importance of collecting groundwater information to both community and industry, and encourages Aboriginal employment, with traditional owners a very important stakeholder in all resource activities. This diverse co-funding program shows how government and the industry can work together in fresh and dynamic ways. So to date, 11 out of the 14 projects for round one has commenced, 16 out of the 22 projects for round two has commenced. The department has received many interim reports. However, only 4 projects have been completed, which is listed on the screen. So 2 projects report and geoscientific data is available on the South Australian Resource Information Gateway, which you all would know as SARIC. A total of just over $2 million of funding has been paid to the industry to date. So the ADI is open to all commodities. However, for rounds 1 and round 2, 24 out of the 36 projects focus on copper, including iron ore copper gold, sediment-hosted copper deposits, and iron sulfide copper gold deposits. 2 on uranium, 4 on gold, and the others on rare earth elements, halloysite, iron ore, and nickel sulfide. So one of the key objectives of the ADI is accelerate data sharing for the benefit of third party, and therefore project reports and data submitted as part of the ADI will be publicly available through SARIC after 3 months. So on the screen is one project that's been completed by Minotaur Exploration, which is located on the margin of the Gawler Craton. So using innovation to enter a new frontier, taking new iron oxide copper gold model to the Peak and Denison. So in total, 21 targets were identified across the Peak and Denison project that are considered prospective for IOCG and Broken Hill type style mineralization. 8 of those have been deemed priority 1 targets and considered worthy of follow-ups. So this is another project where the report's available on SARIC, and that's delivered by FMG Resources, which is also located in the Gawler Craton. So Ropina Fault Zone Infill Ground Gravity. So all the 3 images you see on the screen are from the ADI funded program. So the survey comprises of 18,799 new gravity stations. Based on the preliminary interrogation of the gravity data, there are several repetitive structural intersections and subtle anomalies scattered along the Ropina Fault Zone. There are also several other anomalies present in the data beyond the Ropina Fault Zone, which will require follow-up investigation. So this slide shows a roadmap of when data will be available to the public. So the funding agreement for the ADI specified payment is on completion of defined milestone and the submission of project reports and data for the publicly release. So obviously, as a project manager, I would have loved to complete everything by now, but unfortunately, many of the round 1 projects had the commencement of on-ground activity impacted by the COVID pandemic, particularly by cross-border travel restrictions affecting the movement of technical personnel and drill rigs, and also by the protection measure of Aboriginal communities, which meant that land access clearance had to be deferred and challenges with negotiating agreements with native title parties. However, the sector is gaining strong momentum and many of the project reports and geoscientific data will be available next year, as you can see on the screen. So, round 3. So the release of round 3 to the market is imminent, so watch this space. Similar to the previous 2 rounds, round 3 had in place a 2-stage online application process. So stage 1 is the expression of interest. So that's a preliminary assessment stage, which is assessed internally by the department. So based on this, the department will invite recommended applicants to submit proposals. In the case that an applicant is not approved, it does not preclude them from reapplying for future rounds if there are any moving forward. So stage 2 is the request for proposal. So this is a detailed proposal that's required by applicants, which includes responses to key selection criteria, capability and capacity of the applicants, and detailed budgeting and scheduling information. The ADI website has the ADI investment guideline, which outlines the actual selection criteria, if you're interested. So the department in this stage engages a panel of independent and technical experts together with specialist staff from the GSSA to evaluate the proposals against published selection criteria. So I would like to encourage unsuccessful applicants for round 1 and round 2 to submit new proposals for round 3. So for more information relating to the ADI, you can head to the ADI webpage or the email address. That's the QR code where you can just scan it and it will take you straight to the ADI webpage. So on the ADI webpage, you can register your interest to receive news and update about the ADI. So for project reports and geoscientific data, head to the SARIC page. I've put a link on here. And lastly, to all the companies who are thinking of putting in an application for round 3 when it opens, best of luck. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all the proposals. Thank you.